Time now to sample a sport bike that Suzuki boasts delivers sport bike excitement with sport touring comfort. The Katana 750. I say the Katana is the journeyman of the sports bike class because it's been in the Suzuki lineup for over a decade. And therefore, it's proven itself over time to be well-sorted, smooth, and predictable. In other words, a rock-solid veteran. At the heart of this puppy is the long-stroke version of Suzuki's racetrack-bred 750cc air and oil-cooled 16-valve inline-4. That engine breathes in through 36mm Mikunis and out through a 4-1 stainless steel exhaust. This cat's also got a 41mm fork up front, while out back you'll find a fully adjustable link-type rear suspension. Giving the cat its lean towards the sport touring side of life is its full fairing and wide, deeply padded saddle. So how does it all work? Well, recently we invited police officer Andrew Goad, who had just completed a 4-week OPP motorcycle training course on a Harley, to sample the Katana. We wanted to see how the cop liked the cat.
So you've just come from this Harley-Davidson V-twin, big thumping V-twin engine. Now you're on an inline 4, 750cc inline 4. How did you like the motor? How did you like the way it made power?
Oh, it was incredibly responsive. Again, you just touch the throttle and the power's there. And again, shifting through the gears, it was amazing how the bike responded through the various gears.
Now, what about the riding position? Obviously on the Harley you're sitting upright, you've got fairly upright handlebars. Sport bikes tend to be a little more hard-edged, you're leaning forward. How did you find the riding position?
The Harley is very comfortable to ride, and I thought this would certainly be a lot rougher, but this is a very comfortable bike to ride. The seat is very soft and allows for a comfortable ride. And yeah, it's not as if you are leaning too far forward. It's a more upright seated position, certainly not like the Harley, but it certainly is a cross between a regular sport bike and this bike.
How did you like dual discs on a sport bike?
This is a very responsive bike. You just touch the brake and the braking system is there. So.
How'd you find the handling?
The handling was amazing, particularly around corners, even at higher speeds, around curves. Incredible handling. There was certainly no problems with being worried that the bike may spin out, even on loose gravel or anything like that. I was quite confident, and that didn't take long to build that confidence.
It really gives you that sense, just because of the way you're handling the bike, it gives you that sense that you're going to go where you look, right? In terms of cornering?
Exactly. It handles very easily. It's not hard to do a tight U-turn.
Now, speaking of where you look, what did you think of the overall layout of the cockpit, the mirrors, the controls? How did that all work for you?
Actually, the display is great where they've got most things. I mean, I was very surprised just to see a clock on the bike. Your tachometer is right in front of you, your speedometer, and to take a quick glance down, it wasn't hard to see exactly what speeds you were at and what your RPM was. So the mirrors were placed at such a position that you could see everything behind you. You could see a portion of the lane behind you. So again, yeah, I was quite impressed with the overall layout. I took it last night for a couple of hours, and I happened to take it through some highly populated areas, and it certainly turned some heads. It's got some beautiful lines, and it's very sharp looking. I think it's a great looking bike. It's certainly something that I could warm up to.
Who do you think would be the potential or even perfect owner for a Katana? Who would you recommend this bike to?
Well, I think it's between a hard-edged sport bike and a cruising bike, so I would certainly say that someone in the 30, 35 age range, I certainly wouldn't be scared off if you're a new rider, but certainly in that age group, it would be a fantastic bike to ride.
So something that you could have a bit of fun in the twisties with, but if you had to load it up and head off to a cottage or something, you could also do a little bit of touring on it too.
Exactly, yeah, absolutely, no problem.
Okay, well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for joining us today, Andrew.
Thank you.
Okay.